Hey there, I'm Jen Ferguson with Artistic Painting Studio, and today I'm going to show you guys how to use our fabulous stamping rollers with our foil and foil adhesive. We're going to make a fun project. Okay, we're going to get started with our fun project. First thing I like to do is grab some kind of a tray and line it with good old press and seal. And this way it will make your cleanup much easier, okay? And I'm all about easy cleanup. So the press and seal is covering that tray. So when I'm completely done, I can let the leftover foil adhesive just dry on the press and seal and then take that off and just throw it away. So nice and easy cleanup. Okay, we are going to be using the ArtsSyVille Foil Adhesive, and I am just going to go ahead and pour some out onto my tray. Let's see, might not be able to pour this out. I'm going to go ahead and scoop some of this out. And my foil adhesive is at the end of the jug here, okay? So it's a little bit thicker than normal. As you can see, it looks white coming out of the container. It goes on looking milky white, and then it will dry to a firm tack. So because mine is on the little bit of the thicker side, I'm going to add some water to it. I'm just using a spray mist bottle to just spray some water on here. And even if yours is not thick like this, it's fresh and you've got a brand new jar, you still might want to add a little bit of water to it so it'll help it to soak into the sponge applicator, okay? I am definitely spraying more than I would recommend, but you saw how nice and thick mine was, as my container has not been closed properly, so it's just got a little bit thicker with age. Okay, once you've added a little bit of water and you have a nice consistency, you're now going to go ahead and grab your roller handle and your sponge applicator. I always suggest having a hard surface that you can place the pen down onto the table so that it's easier to load your roller, okay? So pull this open and just have to kind of muscle it open till you can get that pen in the other hole, okay? And you're going to use the back set of holes, and then also just make sure that that sponge roller is spinning freely, okay? Once you have that loaded, you just can go ahead and roll back and forth on top of the foil adhesive and get that to work in. Now, you can also mist your sponge roller and get that to work in really well so that it has the adhesive on all sections of the roller, okay? If you have any little bits and pieces that come out, just pick those off, and then just make sure you have really good coverage. So you can brush a little bit on here, just making sure that you have full coverage. The foil adhesive is soaking into the sponge well, and then you are ready to put your pattern roller in here. So there are quite a few different patterns to choose from. I have chosen our Bird of Paradise for this particular project. And again, make sure you've got a hard surface. Put the bottom pin in first, and then keep your fingers like around this back pin so that the sponge doesn't pull out when you are opening it up to put the other end of the pin in there, okay? So you can just roll the pattern to get it started, and then either just roll it to get it going, or have an extra piece of paper that you can just roll onto, because that normally is going to always give you the best coverage to make sure that the whole design is covered in the foil adhesive. And all you want is that the foil adhesive or the paint, whatever you're using, just to be on the high points. We don't want it to get into the low points. So you don't have to press really hard, okay? I'm gonna move that here for a second. I'm gonna get rid of my sticky paper. And for today's project, we're gonna just do something really simple. We're gonna do some gift bags, because I think these are always so fun to have around the house, where you can pack a quick little gift if you need a hostess gift, or just a bag for a present, okay? So you do want to make sure when you are getting ready to roll this, and I better test again, that you have the bird going the right direction, okay? So if the bird is not the correct way, you can always just flip the roller over, okay? Just flip the handle like I did and turn it, okay? So the direction I have it, the bird is going to be the correct direction. And then you can just roll up the middle of the bag, and it is going to transfer the pattern, okay, in adhesive. So I'm going to do a couple of these because I want to show you a couple of ways that you can use our foils, and use our foils also with some glitter. And I'm going to roll the second bag. Again, we have that beautiful design on there. The foil adhesive goes on milky white. It's kind of hard to see when you're going on super thin, as we're doing on these gift bags. But the one thing great about going on the gift bags is that the foil adhesive will dry a little bit faster than it usually does. It starts to soak a little bit into the paper, and it tends to dry a little faster. So normally within about 15 minutes, you're able to actually go forward with this project. So we're going to give these a little bit of dry time, and we'll be back for our next application. I have given the foil adhesive about 15 to 20 minutes to dry, and you definitely can let it dry longer than that. It will not hurt it. The foil adhesive is never going to dry beyond a firm tack. So the longer you wait, normally even the better. So now I've just grabbed a couple of foils that I thought were pretty together. So I have copper luster and aquamarine. And when you are transferring the foils, you are going to be placing what we call the transfer side, which is this side, okay? It is a side that has basically no color, no pattern to it. You always want to be looking at the color, the pattern, the design, because this is the carrier side, okay? So just to always make sure you're looking at the pretty side. With foils, there's just so many options, okay? We can lay that sheet across the whole project, and just using a plastic bristled scrub brush, you can just scrub the foil, okay? So depending on how much transfer you want of that color, if you want it super light, or if you want to have very distinctive full coverage of the foil, you're just going to scrub harder, and you will cover the whole design. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this one completely. And I always suggest, I have a piece that's way too big here, okay? Peek underneath. Make sure that you're happy with the transfer. And if you feel like you want to try to scrub some more, if you haven't pulled the whole sheet off, it's going to fall right back into place. And then you know where you can go back, wherever it was that you want to see maybe more coverage, and just scrub a little harder there. Just don't get caught onto that one yet. And again, just continue to critique. I decide I want to see maybe a little bit more coverage on the bird. And you can peek from either side. And that is coming out so beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to completely remove and let you guys see how beautiful, bright, and shiny this has come out. And if you have any tack left at all, I want to show you a simple way that you can add even a little bit of glitter, because if there's any tack left, the foil or the glitter will adhere to it. So I'm going to put another sheet of paper underneath just so that I can collect my leftover glitter. Okay, so I have a glitter color that's very similar to the foil color. And I don't want much, so I'm trying to just sprinkle this out a little bit, okay? I'm going to sprinkle over the design. And then we can just shake it so that it covers the whole pattern, okay? And again, it's only going to adhere to parts of the design that the foil adhesive still had a little bit of stick. So when you're done, you're going to want to hold on to your bag and just brush off the excess, okay? So it's just going to add a little extra sparkle that's only going to stick in those places where maybe you just didn't scrub hard enough. So once I'm done with the glitter and cleaning it up, then I will go ahead and do a real light mist with a spray clear top coat, okay? Just so it sets the glitter and that you don't have glitter all over the place, okay? Or you can just keep brushing and make sure the excess is completely gone, whichever way works for you. So we have the beautiful shine of our metallic foils, and then we just have a little bit of a shimmer from the glitter, which is just a fun addition. Okay, now I'm going to try to neatly get the glitter off to the side here, okay, so we don't end up with that on everything. And now I want to show you guys how you can actually use multiple foil colors. So I'm going to start again with our copper luster, but this time I'm only going to rub randomly, okay, and not with a lot of pressure. And then I'm going to take this color off, and then I'm going to lay over the aquamarine, and I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just kind of rubbing a little bit everywhere and determining which colors I want to see where. So I can come in here and scrub a little harder in certain areas where I maybe want to see more of the aquamarine. And it's so much fun to do multiple colors together. So when you're happy with that transfer, then I'll normally come back with the first color and just scrub again to finish filling in the areas that I didn't put as much of the aquamarine, so that I can bring this copper color out as vibrant as I want. And then just keep peeking underneath and putting it back until you're happy. If you feel like you're not getting as much coverage, you can slightly move the, shift the foil over, so there might be a fresh piece to scrub. And there you go. So now we've got that beautiful aqua and copper blended together. So look how fun these are. You can just add a little extra to a gift bag and make your gift bag just as special as the gift itself. When you're scrubbing, I like I said, using the plastic bristle, or you can use a toothbrush if you want to get real detailed. When you're finished with these being gift bags, I don't try to put really anything over, not unless you want to go ahead and lightly mist them with a clear top coat that's like a spray. Normally I don't bother with over the foil, but if I've added glitter, sometimes I'll go ahead and set the glitter so it doesn't fall off. And then one great thing that I want to show you guys as far as a tip for cleaning, Your sponge roller, just wash it out with running water. It should be fine. To get the foil adhesive off of the roller itself, definitely try the Dawn Power Wash. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this project, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And a full list of all the products and materials will be in the description below.